All right. Hello, hello, all.
Hello, friend.
And your guys' audio works too. Yay!
Yay.
Yay! I guess I should have asked, can everyone see?
Yes.
I can see.
Yay!
Maverick, keep your paws off my iPad.
Hi, Mav. I love you. Anyways, welcome back to Phoenix Wright. It's the Turning Trials and Tribulations, episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout. We are on the last day of trial, apparently.
Yep.
Wow.
I don't know how many days that was, to be completely
It
honest.
felt like a lot.
We took like a month-long break in the middle.
My
Yeah.
bad.
So, yeah. And at this point, we're just all lost. So our recap, Iris is testifying for the prosecution that she's not the killer, but she is an accomplice to covering it up, which makes sense. What doesn't make sense is the details of her testimony, which we keep calling BS on. Yeah, because she's claiming that Elise dropped her cane to pull a knife on Maya, even though Elise, aka Misty Faye, Maya's mother, had a sword in her cane and would not hurt her daughter, and that Maya grabbed the handle and gutted her in self-defense, even though she was stabbed in the back. And let me just say, I would like to formally unfriend Iris, like... She was already on thin ice anyways because Dahlia was her sister and, like, I don't fuck with that kind of thing. But, like, she's going after my ride or die, so...
She's sus now.
You know.
I mean, not that she hasn't been sus, but she's susser.
I have a problem with her now. So let's go throw hands in the back of the courtroom.
Oh, yeah. After school.
Iris also claims that she used the snowmobile to move the corpse across the bridge to the courtyard after the snow stopped falling, even though the bridge had burned down beneath us, and she doesn't even realize the bridge is gone somehow. For all these contradictions, we're throwing our own client under the bus, since she's clearly trying to frame Maya at this point. Yeah, like, don't care about Iris now. She's not gonna pay us anyways, let's be honest. But let's see, at the very least, the knife is real and has blood on it, even if we believe neither Misty nor Maya used it. Also, Godot seems surprised that Maya's name was written in blood on the lantern that he presented. Oh, that's right, because he acted like he couldn't see it at all. He thought it was completely pristine, clean, and we do know that he had problems seeing red before, and I don't remember why, but I do remember that. I remember it in a previous case, but I don't remember why. Anyways, our Godot coffee counter ended at 11, which seems weirdly low for how many times we saw him get a coffee cup. And it looks like we will have another recess before the trial ends. So, are we ready to get started?
Yes.
Yeah.
Maverick, no.
All right. We're on.
I want to save my bowl for...
Iris's final testimony, probably not, but, you know, we're going to sit there and keep asking if it's her final testimony.
We're gonna pretend it is.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. So I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
Are you saying that there is a way across a burning bridge?
I have a pendulum theory, but I don't remember whether we talked about it on stream or whether it was our conversation after, but
I think it might have been after.
Let me just say, I apparently think that Misty Faye got, like, catapulted across the bridge like a fucking puppet on a string.
That sounds great, doesn't it?
I'm pretty sure I've seen the Potter Puppet Pals do the same sort of movement, I'm imagining.
Oh my god, that's such a throwback.
Yeah, I probably just, like, dated all of us right now.
Oh my god, no, that was the hippest thing on YouTube, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That was great. Anyway.
So, it was just a misunderstanding, I see. Was it?
Nah, B.
This is a photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident.
Shit, man. There's my pendulum thingy.
Oh?
That's the rope.
That's my rope.
That's the rope.
It certainly
makes sense.
Was burned to a crisp, and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall.
Now we are more sus.
Clearly, it would be impossible to carry a corpse across the bridge in this condition. I mean, normally, yes, I would agree with you, but in the Phoenix Wright universe, anything is possible.
Anything. Anything.
No. Sorry.
Unless I do something to discredit this testimony, it's gonna be deemed as the truth. Maya will be accused of murder again.
Right, I'm only gonna say it one more time.
We should just have a count, like a coffee count, but like how many times can Maya get accused of murder?
It's a drinking game at this point.
Oh yeah.
It is only human to err.
Said that before.
Stop. Sorry, not you. And
I assumed so.
Maverick. Don't you cry to me about that. Only
No,
humans,
shit.
only humans can spot errors in our ways.
The
Definitely not
more
robots.
sense he makes, the less sense he makes. Meh.
Alright, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination that is likely not actually going to be final.
Please don't remind me.
Alright, cross-examination, moving the body. Oh shit, I forgot I fucked around and found out on that last one. We've got low health.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body.
Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place...
I couldn't have crossed the bridge, naturally.
Got me there, sister.
But I think it's just like Mr. Godot said. The body did make it across somehow.
Well,
No.
yeah. I mean, she's right. It did get across somehow. I just feel like if she's claiming that she got the body across the bridge, she should know how.
Yeah.
Sus.
So I must have just gotten confused, I guess.
But you seem to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure the snow had already stopped.
Terribly sorry I was wrong.
I think you're full of shit.
Does she really think an apology is going to get her off the hook?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh shit. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much?
This is no joke. You're giving sworn testimony in a court of law.
When has that ever mattered?
Apparently she don't care, so...
Well, Mr. Wright, let me ask you a question. You remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today?
Uh-huh.
I'm pretty sure. You know, disclaimer here, I've never moved a dead body. But I'm pretty sure if I had, I would remember a lot of information about that.
Oh, hell yeah.
Well, to be fair,
know?
like, if I were moving a dead body, which, again, disclaimer, I have not a murderer, not a serial killer. I feel like I've had to make that disclaimer too many times on this stream.
A little too much.
I would probably be a little more worried about the body than the weather.
Yeah, but like, but she's, in this scenario, she's just helping out Mystic Maya and trying to, like, make sure she doesn't necessarily get pinned for it.
Yeah.
It's a little traumatizing, and you think she might remember details.
Yeah. I mean, there's the big question here of, like, if it was earlier than the bridge burned down,
Yeah.
then what did she do with the body for the length of time that it took between the bridge burning down and getting it to the courtyard to stab it.
Yeah.
She go have a tea party with it or something? Like, there's only so many things you can do with a dead body. I feel like you don't want to cart it around everywhere.
Yeah.
Well, naturally, it was...
This takes place in Southern California. It was sunny.
Yeah, something like that. Thanks, California.
You see, it's not that easy to remember, is it?
But if it had been some kind of special day, I would have remembered. Duh. For example, it was pouring rain on the day of my elementary school graduation.
Objection!
Oh, Nick.
Oh, gosh.
No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, Trite.
Oh, shit. What? Everyone does.
By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. You insist on obsessing over that one statement. Let's see the proof. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire. Oh my god, we have to present the drawing.
Oh my god.
Duh.
Oh my god, I cannot believe that is actually going to come out of evidence. I mean, like, the other really easy way, if we had the evidence for it, would be the fact that we should have a tracks photo on the other side of the bridge, and if there are no tracks, then obviously it wasn't over there.
Yeah.
But anyways,
Details.
okay, let's press this before we present that drawing.
Well, I don't see why there couldn't be a way to cross.
You're right.
Yes.
Don't you
Yes,
think that
queen.
sounds a bit silly?
Oh man, if you think that sounds silly, I can't wait to tell you what I'm about to present.
You want to play that game, sister?
Dead body crossing a burning bridge. Did anyone actually witness such a thing?
Yeah.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
Yes.
If there was, I don't think you'd call someone like that a witness. After all, a dream isn't the same as actually seeing something.
I wasn't dreaming. What do you think, I was asleep? I've come all this way, so I owe it to everyone to figure this out. But dude, how do you transport a body across a burning bridge? Even if I don't know the exact answer yet, it's okay. I'll start by examining all of my evidence and see where that takes me. Even though I kinda know by now. I gotta be like a shark. If I don't keep moving, I'm as good as dead. What a great analogy.
Alright. Is there a way to cross a burning bridge? Well, according to the idiot that we cross-examined, there is.
A dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out that possibility.
What? 12?
Ah, you're saying it's possible. To make me laugh.
Hee.
The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's pulled out of thin air.
I don't know about that. I have... In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen. And it wasn't me. Did you say preposterous?
Yes, it was preposterous.
Preposterous?
I assume that was supposed to be the coffee flying out of his mouth at the same time.
That's so weird. 12, apparently. 12.
Who is it? Who is this witness?
I can't chicken out here. I gotta keep on the attack. Go, go, go! Miss Elise Donim's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Laurice Donim.
Oh man, we're really trying to sell this one, aren't we? Brilliant.
Highly gifted apprentice.
Remember what he said in his testimony? Oh god, Larry, help me. That night, he was at the Mountain Shack Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event.
Upside down.
Upside down. I think you all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what what he witnessed that night.
I don't know that I would have went with exact.
Well, upside down, but yeah, you get it.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it? Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Yes. Uh-oh. The judge looks like he's about to blow a gasket.
Huh. Well, Trite, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything?
Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm gonna prove it.
Listen, I know your tricks. You're turning this whole thing upside down. If you're so eager to turn this case upside down, why not start with this sketch?
Is he helping us?
I think so.
Upside down? Why did Godot say that?
Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
I don't think Old Whiskerface is going to forgive me for any more mistakes.
Old Whiskerface?
Yes. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. The sketch, drawn by Laurice Donim is,
Is it evidence of nothing? Is it a complete contradiction? Or is it exactly what happened?
It's exactly what happened. Hell yeah.
Do you agree, Lemur?
Sure.
Let's go for it.
Of course, the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right there on the sketch. A whoosh!
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
What? That was the last thing I wanted to hear.
Do you have any evidence that the victim flew through the air?
Yeah?
So you know. We haven't discovered a giant human catapult in the inner temple yet.
I wish they had.
Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're 1 cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time.
Why, thank you, Godot. I'm low on health.
Yay. There must be some way. I just know it. There must be a way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
Alright then,
Even though he's a complete hot mess.
the witness will now return to her testimony. Lemur?
Yes, Your Honor?
Anyway? Yes, Your Honor.
Apparently I didn't say it loud enough the first time. Sorry, I'm cheating and trying to figure out what...
You're good. I'm gonna look through these really quick to see if there's anything that changed. No, there's nothing that changed. Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. What do I have in my Can I present this photo? The body can swing.
Are we supposed to point at it? Like with the little pointer finger thingy?
I don't know, let me see if, let's see, yeah, we've talked about this.
Okay, by the... Are we still on, wait, what's this one? Go ahead.
I think we're on moving the body is the name of her thing.
So present Larry's sketch to any of Iris's statements. You tell them that that it is Iris flying over the bridge. What? It seems that Elise's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice Larry has drawn a sketch based on what he saw that night. Iris flying over the bridge. Godot wants you to show that the sketch is important. Say that the sketch is a complete contradiction for a moment of clarity, which we just did. Say exactly what happened. Larry had drawn exactly what he saw. You will now present the contradiction in the sketch. So I think we need to get back to the other thing and do the complete contradiction, because then we can present one of the suspension wires upon the sides of the screen on the sketch.
Alright. So, oh, sorry. Apparently this is new audio, new stuff. I can't believe we're looking at this again.
I can't believe it's not butter, but you don't see meat. Okay, I admit that I didn't really understand it before, but now I am woke and galaxy brain, so that's why I believe this sketch shows the truth.
Very well. Alright then, let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is this sketch trying to show?
The scribble's not that pathetic, y'all, just me. I don't think old Whiskerface is going to forgive me any more mistakes. Alright, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over! Sketch drawn by Loris Donim
It's a complete contradiction, apparently.
Yeah.
Yes, apparently. Something is obviously funny about this sketch.
Okay, I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Loris Donim, wow. Loris Donim stated it over and over. What the sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe this testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it.
It contradicts reality? This is getting interesting.
Yes.
Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again.
It's my thing, okay? I only have one character trait.
Okay, trait. Show me.
So,
Show what exactly contradicts reality as we know it. So we need to pick one of the suspension wires.
okay. I was going to say, I mean, like, reality as we know it, the body is flying across the thing.
It's this wire connected to the bridge.
The wire?
Is that thing? Is that the thing that contradicts reality? Where do you walk through?
It is indeed. And I'm not just pulling this out of my ass. This time.
And show us the reality it supposedly conflicts with. No. Maverick? No.
Uh-oh.
Come on.
Okay. I'm sure I have a
and
picture of the
then-
bridge somewhere.
Yeah, present the dusky bridge photo. Maverick, go on. No.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes, I know. Yes, now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge...
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
What?
Cannot believe I actually have said that now in real life.
Right. Damn. The wires were below the guard wires.
Another spit take, it's fine.
What?
Order, order, order. This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Perhaps he just drew it wrong. Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong.
Your face is wrong! With someone like Laurice, I admit, a mistake is definitely a possibility. But then that begs the question, why
Maverick,
did he make a mistake?
get down.
What was the reason?
Maverick, get down. Sorry. Go on. Thank you. Are you saying you know the answer to that?
Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Laurice was doing when he witnessed this event? He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never gonna come. Waited and waited and waited, and finally he laid down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now, ponder what sort of position Laurice might have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
Let me just say there is no reason that I would ever look at anything like that.
But he's stupid, so...
He was lying on his back? I can't see how this relates.
Or he's like Sokka in the Swordmaster episode drawing a bow into a landscape painting. Yes. But it does, Your Honor. It does. That's the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Oh!
No way.
Yes way. Laurice Sunim witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down.
Aw, shit. So then, this sketch should actually...
Think you finally got it, Your Honor? The correct way to view Laurice Dunim's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below.
We are actually going with this damn pendulum theory.
That's right, just like a pendulum. Ridiculous.
Order, order, order!
Objection. Of all the things to say, a pendulum?
The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. He used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. Pendulum was the only way to get it done.
Objection!
Let's think about this for a minute, shall we?
Oh, trust me, I already did.
Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long. Which means it's about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff.
Yes, that sounds right.
In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you need to plan ahead.
I mean, I sort of feel like to have a rope at all, you probably need to plan ahead, but...
The lightning strike that night can only have been an accident.
Maybe I'm just not kinky enough.
Oh god. So it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. Then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them.
Good.
I'm saying that it was just a matter of using it what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think that the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? I'm guessing the Dusky Bridge photo?
Yep.
Because I got my nice little rope thingy hanging right there.
It's right there.
Yes.
Woo. Nick, we're vibing right now. And the meaning of this is...
If you want to know where the rope came from, it's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
Oh! This is one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminal didn't have any time to waste, so they tied the wire around Elise O'Nim's body.
Looks like they tied it around her waist.
Oh.
Don't be too sad.
No, so I texted these guys, just updating chat, but I had this image in my head that they like tied it around her ankle. And it makes the most sense that they tied it around her waist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I just had this image of them tying, like her being tied around the ankles, like swinging.
Like, and I didn't text you this back, but I just had the mental image when you sent me that of like her swinging through the air and just like her entire body just crashing against the rock because it wouldn't have cleared the cliff then.
That would have been sad.
It would have been awful.
So,
dark humor here.
Shit. Some Looney Tunes level shit. Yes, Iris Pendulum summons Elise O'Nim. Thank you for the Yu-Gi-Oh reference. Amen. Oh, he's gonna go through those. He's gonna go through those.
Sir, how much coffee is in that mug?
Fluffy.
Mr. Godot?
Give me a second.
Guess we'll give him a minute. Seems that Mr. Godot is more focused on his coffee than answering my question.
Amazing.
It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high. So, I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all. Objection. Oh, you've decided to join us again?
Oh, thank you.
Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask.
Yes, it is.
There's only one question. Did that really happen?
Yes.
Trite, I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. Do you have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum?
Well, considering the fact that they are making me look at my evidence, I assume it's somewhere in here.
Yeah?
Yeah, you've got two options.
Is the autopsy report one of them?
Yes.
And is the crystal sphere the other?
Yes.
We're gonna go with the crystal sphere, it's prettier.
It's prettier! I mean, it's covered in blood, but it's pretty.
Yeah.
Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far.
Look, I still have trauma from that first case where Edgeworth was like, oh, that autopsy report? Oh man, you're so far behind the times. Here is the new autopsy report.
Damn.
Yeah. Bullshit.
According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. And so did my sanity. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
So then, that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Now, let us consider body movement by looking at the overhead map again. If the body was pushed from this point here,
Whee!
it would have dropped on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Yeah, drop it like it's hot. Get it? Because the bridge was on fire? Alright, well they... Sorry. Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
And, like, we're ending stream here tonight, it's fine.
What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
I mean, do you think that we don't look at the dead bodies? Granted, the police don't seem to do their jobs at all, but like...
Yes. Take a look at this autopsy report. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
Yeah, that's most likely the height difference between the two sides. Body overswung due to the forward momentum and then came loose and fell about 10 feet. Then, as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose. Yes, this blood-stained amethyst crystal is the one that came off Miss Lily's donim staff. And even more important is the place where the crystal sphere was found.
Indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. I have been paying attention. The crystal was found... Oh!
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive.
Great.
Mr. Wright!
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
Why in my head?
What is the meaning of this, Mr. Godot? 13?
13! Because he threw the other one!
Disrespectful. Dark and bitter. That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trite. But you forgot about one thing.
Oh? And what would that be?
The aroma.
I was not worried about what the dead body smelled like. No.
The coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma.
Phoenix is allowed to make jokes about the bridge being on fire because he's the one who fell from it. Yes, thank you. Also, good question. Was Misty's corpse holding the staff with the crystal when she was flung across the bridge?
I believe that is what we were insinuating.
Okay. How do you hold something if you're dead? I just want to know.
I mean, if you're dead for a long time. So if you're dead for like, yeah, rigor mortis, which technically does kick in like half an hour after you die.
Right.
I don't think it would take half an hour to like drag her body out, strap it to a rope, and throw it across, but it could have.
And they could have also like, she could have been tied.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been tied with it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
With her.
Makes sense. The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffeenese. Can you elaborate a bit more?
If the criminal had sent the body to the other side, like you say, And naturally, there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
Oh shit.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body?
Your mom. No.
What do you have to say about that, Trite?
Mr. Godot is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body on the Hazakura Temple side? It's Iris, isn't it?
Yeah.
Should be.
Because she sucked at the inner temple half of her testimony.
It can only be you, Mr. Iris.
But I
don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Sister Bikini could have never picked up the body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it.
Right, were you even listening to the witness's testimony?
Yes, and I decided I didn't like it, so I'm ignoring it.
Yes.
On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on the cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godot? This witness was also seen at Hazakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Huh, I wonder.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I have established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge. Which means it's now a fact that this occurred something you shouldn't have already known.
No, I had no idea.
I love how we're sitting here going, I made a theory, and therefore, because no one else can refute it, it's right.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's the same as me sitting here going, unicorns are real. No one has seen them because they only exist at the end of rainbows. And no one can tell me I'm wrong.
Yes.
So therefore, it's fact.
Yeah. Love this logic.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about the whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with. Oh.
What? How can you see that, Mr. Wright?
Oh shit, I just had a galaxy brain moment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah?
What if that isn't Iris? What if Iris is the one inside of the inner temple right now, and that's why there's more locks on it? Because remember, Iris was the only one that could unlock the original lock. And then she went to the inner temple and disappeared when the earthquake happened. So what if she's the one in the inner temple and someone else is channeling her with black hair, which means that she would look at, or is channeling Dahlia, and they have black hair, so it would look like it's Iris. I am galaxy braining here because I'm pretty sure that has to be Maya. Channeling Dahlia. And that's why Pearl couldn't channel her. Was because Maya was channeling Dahlia to begin with.
Dahlia?
I don't know if I'm right or if I'm just like completely fucking on drugs right now.
It feels like that with this game all the time, though.
It could be either one at the moment.
Yeah, someone was running around looking like Iris that night, probably. Oh. Shit!
Anyways, what? What kind of nonsense is this? You're saying this witness isn't Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Serious, Trite?
Dead serious.
You mean this woman is...
Oh
MC
shit, and it would make
Hammer.
sense why she didn't know that the bridge was on fire. As well, because she was in the inner temple. Because Maya was channeling her when the bridge was burning.
No one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach the whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand, her real name is...
Is it Dahlia Hawthorne? Was that a yes?
Yes, sir.
I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Let alone see you.
Hey, it's been a while. Last time I saw you, you tried to kill me.
It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne.
Hawthorne?
Sister Iris had a twin sister, BTW. And you're looking at her, Miss Dahlia Hawthorne. This woman is my ex-girlfriend, and she tried to kill me.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Huh. It's just your imagination, Gramps.
No, it ain't.
This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
So did you know about this beforehand, or do you just carry that around, kiddo?
Probably does.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case. 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say it's an honor for me to be here in your noble presence.
Butterflies everywhere. The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine. But according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month. It took you guys 5 fucking years. It took you guys like 3 days to kill off Manfred von Karma. What were you waiting for?
But
Well,
she's
maybe
just
she
so
was-
cute.
She was so kawaii. They were like, oh no, not the baby. He played Uno with the guards. Yeah, that was bribery.
So what? Oh, excuse me. Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
What? Order, order, order! What the fuck?
Wait a moment. How can you... My sister, she's already dead. Kind of.
You, of all people, should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Crane channeling technique flows within that body.
The Crudane channeling technique. Now, where have I heard that?
You want the cliff notes? Got them right here. That's right, you're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
I think that's 14, but I could be wrong.
Yeah, I think it's 14.
What an exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone on the very night of the murder to a temple where her twin sister Iris was?
Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes.
Objection!
We're supposed to believe a coincidence just like that happens. I don't think it was a coincidence.
Not coincidence.
I do think it was rather planned.
Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was a part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of the plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple.
2 of them?
Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, in other words 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means that the Iris that was at dinner was the real Iris.
And then Iris, who gave me this hood in the main hall, was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne.
Objection!
You're saying trite? Channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. Witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris.
What? What?
15?
50!
Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike.
The world's worst Disneyland ride.
It was later that the body was moved by a pendulum.
That's right.
Actually, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall, where they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center.
Actually, she hasn't.
Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Oh, thank goodness. But you had me there. Looks like he's finally convinced.
Something still seems off. Way off. Still not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night.
Ah. Suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous.
She did escape, yeah, our watch a little bit.
Oh shit! Sorry, I cheated. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switched places.
Switched places?
Yeah, like Freaky Friday.
To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia. Means they must have switched places somewhere.
During the earthquake. Well, Mr. Wright? Since the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chances for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
Yes.
There was one, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
there was.
Because we left
Your Honor.
Edgeworth to look after her, and look what happened.
I think there might have been one chance.
Oh? Explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Oh, what do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that? Please tell me that I get to present him.
You do.
Yes!
I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to, and it wasn't your fault.
I don't give a shit about any of that, Nick.
The person who gave Iris a chance to freely move about was your boy.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Earthquake! I don't remember what my bikini voice was. Oh my goodness, the inner temple, it's kind of this kind of tremor might.
How could I have... Ugh. She fled. She escaped.
Got spooked.
We went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of spirit channeling and...
Be quiet.
Oh, damn.
Oh, wait. Oh, never mind. That was you.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Time to get nasty. No.
It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
Time to be a bitch.
Sorry.
Oh?
I don't know.
That voice.
Guess I'll have to ask again.
16?
Mm-hmm.
Upon beating, Jesus.
Yeah, I felt
Meeting
that.
a beautiful lady, always ask her name and profession. It's one of my rules.
That's just what
Again,
you do in court.
that's still your job.
Mm-hmm.
Dahlia Hawthorne. And my current profession? Permanently retired.
Felt that.
So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh? No, it's too bad. This is just me talking to myself. Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
I mean, she's not wrong.
Oh. True.
What is going on here?
In the anime, they omit the stuff about Edgeworth's earthquake trauma, and they just say it's Gumshoe's fault she gets away.
Oh,
That's great.
that is gumshoe slander.
Dahlia. No, Dahlia Hawthorne. This bitch right here. She took that DNA test, and she was 100% that bitch. I never thought we'd meet again, and I never thought we'd meet like this. I was really weird in art school. Really weird into really weird shit, I will admit. But this time, I'll end it. For her, and for myself.
I hope that her
And
is
my
Mia,
art school
but,
trauma.
you know. Alright, we have hit our to be continued.
Woo! Did it.
Like, damn. We're a little bit early. Do we want to keep going, or do we want to call it here?
I would like to call it so I could actually fully eat my dinner.
Sounds good. All right. Next stream, we'll probably be doing a Sunday stream tonight. I don't know what we'll tonight. We'll probably
Tonight,
doing a
yeah,
Sunday
at
stream on Sunday. I'm just skipping
Sunday
over the rest of the
stream
week. It's fine.
tonight. What is time? Time is about
No one needs a weekend, right?
Time's a social construct.
Exactly.
Rude.
So join us on Sunday, 10 o'clock Eastern, 7 o'clock Pacific. I don't know what we're playing yet, but we will likely play something.
We'll play a game.
Yeah, we'll play a game. Any
A game.
announcements, anyone?
Reminder that if you haven't already, those free COVID tests are super easy to order, and you should order them.
Mm-hmm.
I should. I still haven't. Oops.
Dude, you gotta do it.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
go do it now.
We'll do it now.
It literally took me like 5 minutes tops. So there's no reason to not to.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Do the thing.
And you know what? Like, even if you don't have 4 people in your household, you can always give it to another household that needs it, or you can
Yeah.
save it and wait for when you may need it, because just because we now
never
all
know.
have free tests does not mean that this pandemic is over.
Yeah.
Unfortunately. So yeah, get your free COVID tests. As a reminder, please get vaccinated, wash your hands, wear your masks. Like, shit, man. Omicron is going through some shit right now.
Oh, hell yeah.
So, you know,
Gotta be extra careful.
please be safe. We want everyone to come back and see the end of this game and whatever we decide to play next. So, you know,
Yeah.
like, you can't do that if you are dying or dead.
Yeah.
Unless you were channeled
Can't
then
hang
by a
out with
spirit
us.
medium.
Unless
So
somebody
see-
puts you on a bridge and swings you across. Yes.
Oh boy.
Indeed.
So yeah, please be safe so that you can keep coming back and watching our streams and, you know, hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I think we're kind of cool, and sometimes we're just a fucking mess.
We make great
I think
puns.
sometimes we're always cool, and we're all not sometimes. I think we're always cool, and I think we're always a fucking mess. So
Yeah, that's fair.
Yes.
part of our charm.
Exactly.
Come back for the puns. Stay for the puns.
There you go.
Thank you.
All right, so we will end here for tonight. Have a good night, everyone. Wash your hands, wear your masks, all of that shit. And we will see you on Sunday or Tuesday if you are just coming back for our Phoenix Wright streams.
Yeah.
Have a good night, bye.